Everybody, another 30 team preview episode with the Philadelphia Flyers or the Broad Street Bullies, and they'll be playing. Nope. Ooh, Chicago. There's Claude Giroux, the butt touching or grabbing, arresting thing. That was funny. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. In that case, but that was funny. Anyway, new players they did acquire over the offseason includes R.J. Umberger, Blair Jones, and if I'm correct, let me check. Apologize, last couple episodes I haven't been looking at the scratch players because I believe the other two acquisitions they got in the offseason were Nick Schultz. He's like here. Michael Del Zotto is also a part of this team. Wow, 87 overall. Mason must have, I know he had a good season, but I don't think he had that good of a season. Wow. Okay. Let's look at the defense. Strike, Grossman, Tiemann, Colbert, McDonald. I don't know what Del Zotto is, but thoughts go out to Kimo Tiemann. He has a blood disorder right now, or blood clot, or I don't know what it's called. But something that's not allowing him to play in the NHL right now. So our best wishes go out to him. Hopefully he can be back on the ice for one more season or so before his career's over. Because at this stage of his career, this is pretty career threatening. He's had a very good career, nice finish defender. And wish him the best of luck and a speedy recovery. Philly. Claude Giroux, face of the franchise, kind of took a couple steps back the past couple years. Last year didn't score a goal in 20 games or something like that? Maybe not 20, more like 13, 14. Something like that, but he couldn't score any goals, which was phenomenal. Oh, I like that.
This is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home ice of the Flyers.
No. I promise never do that again. Anyway, yeah, so last season was a little bit of a rough season for the Flyers. Kind of got a late surge at the end. I actually forget they made yeah, they did make the playoffs. They did. They fought their way back at the end of the season, and they did make the playoffs, and they got out in the first round by the New York Rangers. But do I believe they'll be back at the end of the season in the playoffs? I'll tell you guys near the end of the first period. First question I'm going to ask you guys, and I really like you guys' opinion on this, is if do you guys believe that Claude Giroux can win like an Art Ross? Can he be one of the best centers in the league? Because everyone thought everyone considered him in the top 5 a couple years ago, and now top 5 centers. I don't know if I would do that anymore. Yeah, like I said, top 5 centers in the league: Crosby, Datsuk, Malkin, Stamkos, Bergeron, or Dave Shane.
If you're not willing to play the game physically, you're going to get run over eventually. Taken up near the boards by McDonald.
No, if I'm correct, the Philadelphia Flyers have the most expensive defensive core, highest paid group of defensemen in the NHL. God, I don't know why I can't talk. Stupid concussion I got. Goal. No. Oh. Yeah. No. The Cavier. Yeah. Do you guys think they should trade the Cavier? I believe they should. Paid way too much to get him in the first place, and even if he was putting up 10 or 15 more goals than he is right now, I still think he'd be overpaid. Guy like that should not get paid that much. He got bought out for a reason. Same with Brad Richards. Look at that. Brad Richards gets bought out. He comes back for only $1 or $2 million. That's what you should do. You bought out for a reason. about what you were when you signed a contract.
They wait to recline. Full steam up the lane.
What has it been now? Two seasons now he's been with the Flyers?
Laid on to Couturier.
So that's why I'm giving David Clarkson. You might have like look at you gotta give every player 2 years.
A whistle and
David Clarkson in Toronto, yeah, he had a shitty first year. I admit he was a pile of shit.
over 9.
Maybe he just had a rough year. You know, I mean, he could come into the season and score 7 or 8 goals like he did last year, or he can score 15. I'd be happy with 15 goals. But you know, he fights, he blocks shots. He's just a tough player. He's agitated. He's okay, maybe 15, maybe 20 goals would be a suffice for Clarkson. But he's just an agitating player, tough to play against. You know, works really, really hard. Gets in the corners. Works hard in the corners. You know, stands in front of the net, screens the goaltender. Does like kind of like a Brad Marchand kind of player. You know, tough guy, big hits. You know, those guys kind of like a Wendell Clark, but just a little less goals than Wendell Clark. So you guys don't know what Wendell Clark is, you're either really young, or if you were around in the 1990s and you don't know who Wendell Clark is, you're obviously not a big enough hockey fan to be watching this. I joke, you can watch it if you want to. Yeah, they do have a very expensive defensive core. Do you guys think that this the defensive unit can make the playoffs? Simple as that. Take away Tiemann with his blood disorder thing. It's a lot of money into a defensive core. Very lot of much. I don't think there's like a defenseman on this team that isn't getting paid $3 million. Between Shen and Grossman and Streit. I think they're just all getting paid $3 million. Now that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money for it. That's what, like 6 times 3. Yeah, that's 8. That's almost $20 million. You say a couple people are even more than 4 or 5 million. I think Streit is what, 4 million. So you almost get about $20 million in just 6 players. Then you got like Giroux to take into consideration, and Steve Mason whenever his contract expires. So kind of they really like him. I didn't mean to ice it. Shit. Anyway, yeah, Ray Emery, he can be an okay backup. They definitely got some young guys that need to prove themselves. Like Sean Couturier is one of them. I thought Sean Couturier was going to be amazing. He didn't turn out like that. He's got to take the next step. Anyway, my prediction for the Philadelphia Flyers, I believe they will finish fourth in the Metropolitan, and I believe they will just find their way to squeak into the playoffs, but they will be out in the first round to a team like Boston or... Wow, okay. That's a punch in the face right there, but I think they'll be out somewhere within there. Something like that. Thank you guys for watching my 30-for-13 preview. Please like my page on Facebook, The Hockey Gods, and please like and subscribe my YouTube page for more 30-for-13 previews and NHL Hut. Stuff like that, boys, all coming your way. I'll see you guys next time.